I'm Raquel SSG. We have Nora Kitty and
Meow.
Mikey. And today is June 27th, Sunglasses Day. So we'll be wearing our sunglasses at night to celebrate Sunglasses Day. An interesting tidbit. So it's National Sunglasses Day. It is a commemorative date held annually on June 27th, celebrating the importance of wearing shades to protect the eyes from the sun's harsh UV rays.
Sure.
Which is really important. You don't want to blind yourself. Especially do not, I repeat, do not look at the sun for a certain amount of time with your sunglasses because they will not protect you.
Yes, do not do what I did as a kid and stare at the sun.
Please do not do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
I used to do that. I do not recommend.
I remember doing that as a kid, and I saw this little blue dot. I'm like, where's this blue dot?
Right?
Really from? I'm like,
Yeah, the forbidden blue dot.
Told me, did you look at the sun? Like, yes. You're not supposed to do that. It'll damage your eyesight. And like, ooh, okay, I definitely don't want to do that. F that.
I always had to learn things the hard way.
Yeah.
One of my sisters tried to look at the a while ago. One of my two sisters, I think it was Bernadette, probably tried to look at the solar eclipse when she was living in California, and somebody said, "Oh, don't do that. Don't look at solar eclipse." But she almost got blinded. Like at the last minute, she started to look, and then as the solar, the moon was passing in front, doing the solar thing, she closed her eyes at that moment. She said, "Oh my God," because she felt like it was burning. She felt like something was burning. Could have been those ultraviolet rays.
Mm-hmm.
So thank God she didn't do it. Otherwise, she'd been blind as a bat for a while. Yeah. So, yeah, don't ever look into the sun. Even during a solar eclipse, you don't even look into the sun because
you had to have special eclipse glasses for that.
Yes, or just look down at the ground.
But even
just look at the shadow.
Even says on the eclipse sunglasses package, you only can look at the sun for a few minutes.
Yeah,
that's it.
Because it'll burn right through them.
Yep.
Yep.
It was pretty cool, seeing the eclipse this year. I saw the whole thing, and when the lights in my neighborhood came on, I heard I'm right next to the football field. I mean, only took me I don't know 15 minutes tops by foot to get over there. I knew I was hearing the crowd of the football field saying "woo-hoo" as the eclipse started, and yeah, this is pretty one of lifetime experiences for sure. Yeah. Hey Phil, before Phil's here, Mikey's here. Phil says sunglasses at night, mutant bats. LOL. Probably. Phil says, LOL, I was lucky enough to see the solar eclipse where I was. It was mostly covered with sun. Well, at least you saw it, though. Hey, Curtis, Ethan, Mikey, Raquel, and Phil, and Moira. I am pinging between the debate, Yo, and Nerds Network. Have a great stream. Thank you for stopping by, Curtis.
Yeah, thank you, Curtis.
Enjoyed the presidential debate. I didn't know there was a presidential debate today.
Yeah, I knew it was going on tonight. Yeah, I knew it was going on tonight because two of my friends, Gorillas, Random Bots, and Resolute Germ, had postponed their previous things they do on Thursday nights just to be there for Deej Odyssey's presidential debate. I'm not into politics anymore, and I don't live in the United States anymore, so I was not even going to involve myself. I said, no. I didn't want to be any part of it. So.
Right.
I'm kind of glad.
I saw the 2017 eclipse in the path of totality. This year's one, I couldn't get to deposits totality. This time was kind of a short on cash. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, with our experience up here in Canada, like I said, we live in Scarborough, just outside of Toronto. It was partly cloudy. But Suzanne and I did manage to see it as it was crossing. We have our, you can see our curtains back here. and we only had them partly open so that when it would cross over, it would create a shadow, and we saw the shadow on the curtains, so we knew it was happening, and that was cool. We just got to take one quick look at it, and yeah, of course there were some clouds in the way, but it was okay. I mean, I was just glad I got to see part of it. We both were glad. So.
Yeah, I saw it. My family saw it as well in Ohio, so that was great. Jeff Spark says, plus I think my sight I got worse trying to see the eclipse with those glasses on in my hometown.
That can happen, Chet. Yeah.
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 Be careful. Also, I want to note, I know I said this before, I'm not putting in the panel link anymore in the chat, so if you want to be on the panel, just check on, if you're in my Discord, you'll see the panel link in the panel link channel on my Discord. So if you want to come up on here, just check your Discord for any notifications. So yeah, I just want to voice it out one more time. For foreseeable future, I'm not putting the panel link in the chat anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What I wanted to say. But Moira, I know you're having an interesting 2 days.
Do what now?
I know you're having interesting few days with your power outage.
Oh yeah, we've it's been very Amish at my house. Like it's uncomfortably quiet. Like you can't even fart without worrying that someone on the other end of the house is going to hear it. Like it's crazy quiet. I'm not used to being that much, and I'm like, God. And like it's been like close to 100 the last couple of days. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh,
So
yeah,
no air conditioning, no running. Well, we actually did have running water for a couple of days because apparently it reserves the water. So like for a couple of days, we actually this morning we ran out, but because the well house it runs on electric as well. We don't have city water, and so like but for like 2 of the days until this morning, we actually still had like running water. We could, as long as we were quick, we could wash our hands and not run out. So that was kind of cool.
It was hot today. It was like 95 today. It was like, no.
At least today we had a breeze because last first day or two we kind of didn't have a breeze.
Right. Like I've been in there before. Like I gotta have my AC. So I went. I was vacationing with my family. We were going to see my extended family in Lake Tahoe. Which is like in Nevada, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it also shares
very squatchy. From what I'm hearing, there's also reported Bigfoot noises over there, so very squatchy over there. So you might see a Bigfoot over there. Who knows? You're definitely going to see moose and bears for sure. Yeah. So I was vacationing there. They're cabins, which means no AC. And I'm like, well, this is gonna be lovely. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, like we did have fans and stuff to keep us cool at night, but it was not the same. Like, no, I need my AC. This sleeping in with no AC is just awful. I was not really that comfortable at all.
There is a way.
Yeah, Muffin's gonna kidnap me to a hotel where it has AC and a pool and shit.
Oh yeah. Or the cabin
we're in the car now.
Tub. I'm like, I don't really want to be in the hot tub. There was like no AC in the cabin now.
Right. Yeah, we got like a swimming pool and air conditioning and Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Well, Suzanne and I we stayed at this one motel, which was one of our anniversaries over in Niagara Falls. It was a nice motel. It wasn't very far from the casinos and everything on the Canadian side. And we did okay. I mean, we won enough to get home. That's that story. But that's another story. But anyway, we were in this hotel and we were in a nice room which had a hot tub. The hot tubs weren't even working. So we tried ourselves to see if I know. So just for fun, I said, Suzanne, do you want to go ahead and just we'll climb in there and see how it fit us like a glove. I said, oh, damn it. They had a nice hot tub running. The two of us would have enjoyed it, would have been fun. And it was too bad. It was broken down, I guess. Mm-hmm. It was a nice room. Not to say it wasn't a bad room. It was a good room, but the hot tub didn't even work. I was like,
oh man.
Geez. I know. I was bummed out.
Curtis says, "Yeah, now is a bad time to have power out." Yeah, I know, right?
Absolutely, Curtis. You don't even know. Here, if we went citywide, it'd be bad. Yeah.
Hope you get your power back on soon. Me too.
Me too, Moira.
Moira's hoping for the same thing as well. Hopefully, it will. Like Moira thinks they'll be back on tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully.
Inshallah, my love. It means if the Lord wills it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh, I was just explaining that inshallah means the Lord, if the Lord wills it.
Right.
Like, yeah, God willing.
Yeah.
God willing, sure.
Yeah.
No, in response to where you were there, Tahoe, you said, right? Yeah, there's a few Sasquatch up there. Here's the thing, though. Somebody told me one time, they said, the best way to tell between a bear and a Sasquatch, a bear won't try to beat down your door. They'll go, and all that stuff. They won't do much to your door. But if it's a Sasquatch and they're pissed off, they will try to beat your door down and destroy it. So that way there is a 7 or 8 foot, huge man type, beast out there that's trying to beat down the door.
Like in Lake Tahoe, you do have like those dumpster trashers or dumpster trash, and they have a lock on them just to make sure the bears don't get into the trash bins. And I guess this one time they didn't really lock up the thing really tight because one of the bears got in there, there was trash everywhere.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like, oh, I guess someone had a nice meal.
Yeah, but will bears? Here's the question I have: would bears actually try to break a lock if it was a Sasquatch?
No, the lock was still on. It was just like I don't know how exactly. The lock was still on there. It's just I guess they didn't tighten the lock around enough to pin the top down, so the lock was still on, but the top of the trash bin was wide open. But
that makes sense. Yeah, probably a black bear. There's a lot of black bears in California on the California side of that. Yeah, so probably a black bear. More than likely. Yeah.
I have to imagine that somehow the black bear found an opening and just like tore that top of the trash bin open.
Yeah.
To make even the lock was still on, it's just slide to the other part of the trash bin. I guess it wasn't really secure. I guess you could say. Yeah. But oh well.
There was this place in Arizona we stayed at called Beaver Creek. My family and I, when I was younger, they had. You remember those metallic lids, the ones that they had like a chain over it, and it was down on the trash. It was one of those metallic trash cans, kind of steel like a trash can.
Right.
Yeah, the only thing we had to worry about was if a raccoon got in there or if it was a mountain lion. Because there are mountain lions in Arizona. They're just, they're like a bobcat type thing, but if any one of them tried to get at if the lid was left open by mistake, and some people have done that before, they can get right in there and just jump in and grab it. And,
right.
Not so big.
Well, they have trash cans now with locks on them. Like, just put in place, just turn it counterclockwise, it's locked.
Yeah.
Like, not for any critters to get in. But, I remember, like, back in the day, though, I mean, you see it nowadays now, but with the garbage cans, they didn't have the machinery that will automatically pick up the trash bins and throw it in the dump truck. No, you have like guys actually put in the trash in the dump truck by hand.
Yes.
That was back in the day when I was a kid. Now they don't do that anymore. They just have the machinery on the dumpster truck just to pick up the trash can and put it in the dumpster truck, and off they go. I don't know what do you call it? A second guy putting the trash in the dumpster truck, I guess you could say.
Yeah, as we were living in Arizona, we went from a trash can out there in the front. We had our own trash can we could use. We went from that to one of those big plastic ones that, the ones that they could just roll down,
Oh yeah.
roll it down to down to the front of the house there, of your house. And then one of the guys, would pull up to it. The other guy would come around, lift it up himself and dump it. And sometimes those were overloaded. Yeah. So usually it took two of them. Yeah. But sometimes one guy, he was pretty big, bulky, and you just go over, grab it, and just
but I don't see that anymore. I don't see like the trash guy with the neon orange vest handing the trash and putting it in the dumpster truck. I don't see that.
It's now automatic, right? Yeah, it's just
automatic. We have like a automatic machine arm to pick up the trash bin and just throw it in the dumpster truck. I usually see as a kid, I would see the guy emptying the trash bin and putting in the dumpster truck, and he would hang out and hang on the edge of the back end of the dumpster truck. I don't see that anymore because there's no need, because they have the machine arm to pick up the trash can and put it in the dumpster truck. So there's no need for an extra hand. They already have it at hand with machinery. So,
well,
I guess the way it was just to cut costs. I guess labor.
Yeah, it was partly to cut costs, but also because some of those workers were suffering either an elbow injury or an arm injury lifting them, or whatever. I guess because most people just pack their trash to almost overflowing. You know how hard that is for one man, especially if you're like a built, strong-arm wrestler guy or something. It's still tough, and you could pull a ligament or anything. So to avoid on-site injuries and
like for example, let's say you have let's say if you have a family of 6, putting trash in one trash bin, that's gonna weigh It's gonna weigh a lot. It's gonna be heavy.
Exactly. I mean, we were a family of 6, 4 kids and 2 mom and dad. Oh yeah, right. And then of course your pets, right? So
this was pets before, too.
Yeah. So this was before they even did like recycling or separating things into organic, regular recycle, and regular trash. Before they did any of that, so you had like, all 6 members and your pets, and everything's in one. Yeah. Go for that, right? Everything is just in one thing, and it's packed to overflowing.
Right.
It came to the point
you got the garbage, and don't forget the recycling bin. So that's 2.
Exactly. It came to the point. Literally, it came to the point where, don't forget, these guys that are the trash workers, they're also part of a union, and to cut back cost, the companies. I know this for a fact because. I knew a friend or two that worked for Waste Management, the company Waste Management. So what they did was to cut back costs. They made sure they didn't, pay the union guys enough. And if not, they would break up the union completely. So they cut back those costs, employee costs. And also they cut back the point where the employees might get hurt, right? So that was injuries, medical costs and all that stuff. And then they got smart and they decided, okay, we're going to build these metal arms that can go and lift everything. So that's what they did. And then they divided the time, right? So they had one trash you had to have for recycling. This was before they even got crazier and said, okay, you need to only recycle this and this and this.
Yeah, like I have so on the same day, which is usually on a Thursday in the morning, the garbage truck will come, and then later, I would see at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, somewhere between 2 and 3 in the afternoon. That's when the cycling truck comes by. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, well, that's what my parents do now. They're still living in the same house in Scottsdale, and now they have 3 trash things. They have one that comes on Thursdays that gets complete, regular trash. On Fridays is a special day because they set that solely for recycling. So they do that on Fridays. I hope they're still doing it this way. And then sometime during the week, they decide, the organic stuff, we can do that separate and just pick that up ourselves. And so they do that in their regular trash and put just organic stuff in there. So you have to know how to divide it all. Otherwise, you piss off the trash people. It's like, why did you do that? And they'll leave you warnings. They will. Now what they do in the States, this was just before I left 7 years ago. What they do in the States now is if you make the mistake of putting, let's say, an organic thing in recycle or recycle in regular trash or so on, they'll give you a first warning. If you don't do it right the next time, they'll quit picking up your trash. So go figure that out. You got to find somebody to pay for to get for trash eventually. Yeah. So a lot of people didn't make that mistake. That some did, but not many. So
apparently, like people like, this is gonna sound disgusting, but apparently, with plumbing, if you put anything other than the toilet paper, then there's guys who have to. Apparently, it goes some kind of like filter place, there's guys at the
wastewater treatment centers.
Yeah, that's it. They have to filter the stuff out. If it's not like toilet paper, they have to take it out because it can.
Ew. And that's not good for the. And that's not. Attacked by a cat. That's not good for the plumbing either.
No. And that's like a really disgusting job too.
Yeah, I would not want that job.
I mean,
never.
No.
Well, don't get me wrong. God bless them. We have people who do that, but I couldn't do it.
I mean, the people who do have like plumbing jobs or sewer jobs,
we wouldn't survive without them.
Yeah,
yes, we would survive without you. I'm not man enough to have that job. You have more
balls of steel than I do. That's for sure.
Amen to all the sanitation people. Amen to you. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never do it. Do you remember? Do you ladies remember the name of the guy who was Mike something that actually went ahead for one day and worked in the sanitation? Worked with them. The guy that do the dirty jobs.
Mike Lowe or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I saw him in a meme the other day, so that's why I think his name was top of my list. I think it's Mike Lowe. I think.
Mike.
Curtis, I have
like different jobs. She's looking it up. It's Mike something. I know that. But he does. He did all these different jobs. He did trash. He did pick up from the street. He did. He was one of those trash guys that had to pick up trash in a movie theater. I guess he worked as an usher. He had to pick up trash from a baseball stadium and a football stadium. He was one of those maintenance guys that went in like pick up.
That's a lot of popcorn to go through.
Yeah. Especially if it's a kid who's, knocks over mom and dad's big, large popcorn.
I know. Every time I go to my theater and go to that theater room and go up the steps, I hear squish, squish. Because it's so sticky on the floor. Because it's so sticky on the floor. From my sneakers, I can hear it squish, squish. Because the floor is that sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his name is Mike Rowe. Something like that. ROWE. Something like that.
I'm I don't.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Rowe. ROWE.
The 3-second rule does not count in the theater. Just leave it where it is. Don't pick it up.
It rhymed. I was off. I was thinking LOWE. That's what I was thinking. Low, not row. My bad. Yeah, I think you're right.
Mike Rowe, yeah. And you know what's funny, too, is if you spill soda, have you ever accidentally walk into a spilled soda in a theater? No. Oh, my God. You'll have that thing
stuck in your shoes so bad.
You really clean it. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I hate
it. I have never actually seen you before, Raquel. Huh? I thought you did. Okay.
Somewhere.
Well, surprise.
Somewhere Curtis Selby is whistling, going, yeah.
Well, she's an adorable little cat.
Thank you. I don't
go
on camera that much, but when I do, consider it as a treat, I guess.
It's like a new face reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I know is you're two of the sweetest ladies I've ever seen when you've been on the camera and everything. I know my wife is more gorgeous. Okay, just saying.
Of course.
Well, of course. As you should be. As you should be.
Always comes first with that. Of course.
I'm just saying. You're both sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be uncomfortable if you didn't think so.
Right.
Well, they say I don't do well with the camera. Somebody called me a fat one something before, and I was like, really? You don't know me that well. How can you say that? I'm trying to lose weight. I'm doing the best I can.
Right.
I live with diabetes for Christ's sake. What am I supposed to do? Just start.
Does make it tricky. Then your blood sugar will go up and go crazy.
Well, everything in America has sugar in our food, to be honest.
Yeah, I am convinced they have added extra shit since 2020. Because in 2020, at the beginning, I wasn't too bad, and at the end of 2020, I was big as all outside. I was like, the fuck? And I noticed other people were that way too.
If you really think about it, your milk has sugar, your cereal has sugar. Well, of course,
I don't eat any of that.
Has sugar.
I don't know if you allowed to show this, but this is zero sugar. See, that's a Pepsi with
that's not good for you.
I mean, pasta has sugar in it. Everything you can think of has sugar in it.
Well, those are things I ate before, but I think they're putting some kind of filler in the food because I grabbed some meat a few months ago. I was looking at the calories, and your meats are pretty much supposed to be almost carb free, and it had 2 carbs per serving. I was like, the fuck is that? And I'm like, that's not supposed to have carbs. It's, I was like, what kind of meat is this? It's, it was weird. So I think they're, how they give like bulked up feed to like cows and chickens to make them heavier. I think they've started doing it to us to make us heavier. And I'm like,
well, people have been saying for quite a while, we're going to the route of the humans in the movie WALL-E. And like,
but I think they're trying to make it hard for us to lose weight.
Could be possible.
Because I try to be a little more careful with what I eat now than I used to. And I try not to eat as much, and I've actually gained weight. And I'm like, what?
Jealous jealous of those people who just eat tons of junk food and don't gain any weight. And like,
don't gain a single pound.
Like, how is that even possible?
I'm not entirely sure.
Oh yeah.
Can I have those genes, genetics, please?
Same.
Metabolism. Yeah, it's just in their DNA. Yeah. You know what's weird is, this is weird because when I moved here to Canada, I had no idea. I mean, I knew I was overweight personally, but I had no idea why. Because I was eating bad food, obviously. But I didn't. But until I saw these 2 paramedics that made a free trip to our. Once in a while, they make a free trip to the place here where we live in, and they were downstairs and they weighed me and everything. Said, "You've been eating a lot of bad food lately," and I said, "Well, I am from America," and so that explains it. They use a lot of preservatives in their food, and it's
I know there's a lot of preservatives in our chocolate. And
see, that's probably what is getting me.
Milton has been telling me I should actually send you chocolate from New Zealand because our chocolate tastes a lot different than your chocolate is in America.
Shit, send me some.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah. I don't like. Yeah, I like to see the difference of our chocolate.
I can subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you ate the chocolate ladies here in Canada, you would definitely notice a significant difference because there isn't any preservatives or anything added to their chocolate. Here, it's natural. It is just the regular cocoa. It is just very tiny amount of sugar, not a whole lot. Just very low enough that diabetics could handle it. And
really,
there's even some chocolate they made without any sugar in it at all. And we've had that. Suzanne and I've had that before. And
that might be a little tough.
Sugar-free chocolate. It's very good. It's good. It's still good. Tastes like it's regular chocolate and no preservatives. Like I said, it's great. So yeah, they do make that up here. A lot of their meat too. I'll just quickly mention this too. Their meat is like, when you have your Angus, beef down there, and you think, well, sometimes they feed the cows like some extra little steroid or something to grow and make, make the meat, more succulent. Okay, so up here, everything is completely natural. They don't feed any of the cows any steroids or any growth hormones or anything like that at all. And when they cut them so fine that the meat so fine, and they always check it for anything inside the meat itself, anything that the cow might have ingested, and they'll automatically shred it and they'll give it to other people that may need it, or cats or dogs or whatever that may need it, and they'll grind it up as cat food or dog food, whatever has to be done. But the rest of it is all preserved perfectly without any preservatives added, nothing, and a lot of it is cooked up right away. So when you find it, it's already been pre-cooked. It's there. It's ready for you. All you have to do is just put it on an oven, cook it up, get all the natural flavors, everything there, and you eat it. And that's how their meat is. It's great. I've lost a lot of weight because of that. Because of the meat I started eating here. Just fresh meat. Yeah. Good stuff. Makes you want to move to Canada, doesn't it?
Well, I've been to Canada before. Like, it's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I just know because that's what they were putting into cow, food, cow meat and pig feed, whatever, some growth hormone or some kind of steroid. That's what they were doing. I don't know if they're still doing that, but that's what they were doing at one time to increase the consistency of the meat. When you would cook it and whatever, but it's in there. It still doesn't dissolve all the way. So
I will try to find stuff that doesn't have preservatives because that could be maybe what's getting me. I don't know.
Could be.
So that's something I should keep an eye out for, because I'm trying to think like what they could put in the food without us really noticing that would bulk us up. So I've tried to watch the calories a little closer. I try to watch the carbs closer, and I really feel like meat shouldn't have carbs. I'm like, the fuck? Like, I feel like they bulk that animal up. I'm like, that's bullshit. But but maybe I'm looking at the wrong chemicals. So I'll try to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, you got to, for sure.
Curtis said that he stopped taking one of his medications. Curtis said that he stopped taking one of his medications. He lost 30 pounds. I was like, what the fuck were you taking? I think it was blood pressure medicine, but I can't remember.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been lucky. I haven't really had to take, I was taking some diabetic medication, but it wasn't helping me. So I just kind of weaned up myself off it, and then I started just trying to eat better, because that's what Suzanne does for me. That's what she cooks for us, is good food, decent stuff that'll allow us to lose weight eventually as we exercise or walk around or do stuff. So I'm doing the best we're doing the best we can. We both have it. So
like as you get older, your metabolism slowly fades away.
Goes slower.
Right.
Yeah. I don't I'm not really sure I can't remember if there was a reason for that or not. I mean, just besides age.
I think when we get older, we probably start to slow down in what we do, and that might also add to it.
Yeah.
Our muscles are a little fatter, our joints are a little fatter, so we don't move as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the aging of the muscles, I guess.
Yeah. And if you don't feel good, you don't move as much. And if you don't move as much, well,
You got that, Moira. You do got that. Yes.
I tried walking around a bunch yesterday.
Yeah.
I was going to sweat anyway. I'm like, all right, let's see if we can sweat some of this fat off. And so I walked around, and now my ligament, my ankle is sore. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, man, that's not cool.
Hey, Ancient One.
Hey, there's the Ancient One. Hi.
Hey, Ancient One. Meow, meow.
Meow,
how you doing?
Our beloved Super Saiyan girl. Oh, cool.
Yay.
Yep.
She's a good.
Thank you so much, Ancient One.
And how to you?
Yeah, good to see you, Ancient One.
Definitely. So, and Moira Kitty.
And Moira Kitty. Yay.
Yeah.
Featuring horror stuff. More reading about that.
Hey, Ancient One, are you wearing your sunglasses today? Today is Happy Sunglasses Day. In both
I did not know that, but I had to find a little avatar with a kitty or the little glasses.
Yeah.
It still looks cute. I think it looks cute.
I only have one pair of sunglasses, but they don't fit over my glasses very well.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Those look like steampunk glasses on the kitty, though.
So yeah, I like them.
I love it. I love your old. I remember. You remember your steampunk kitty avatar? I mean, that was the first one I saw.
I don't know what. Yeah, I had to figure out what happened to that. I might just find another one.
Hello, Ancient.
Hope you have a good evening.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys feel about Heinz launching a limited edition sauce that combines all of its sauces into one bottle.
So the Heinz 105, or what is that?
So they're launching a limited edition sauce that
Well, I was trying to be
combines
funny because Heinz 57,
all of
and
its
it's got all of them, so it's like 105.
sauces into one bottle.
I feel frisky enough to try that.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I feel bold enough. I've tried to make my own little Heinz 57 steak sauce in the kitchen with ingredients, so why not?
It's like, trying a ghost pepper. Like, you think it's going to be
fuck
great,
that! No.
you think it's going to be great, but then it turns out horribly wrong.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing ghost pepper. That's too much for me. Nah, I'm not that bold. No.
Yes, Ancient One. Mikey does have a channel of his own.
I can post it in there. I can post it in there in the chat because you did make me.
Did you have a wrench on there, Mikey? I don't remember.
Yeah, you gave me one.
Oh, okay, I did. Okay, then yeah, put it in the chat.
Yeah, standard mod. So yeah, I'll go to my channel here and I'll get that for him. For Ancient One. Yeah. So we'll go here my channel. Okay, here we go. Just gonna highlight it. Oh, yeah, I had to stop myself there for a minute. Okay. Let's see. I did hit the copy, so let's see here. I have to put paste. Paste. Alrighty. Let's see if that works. Yeah, there I am.
Yay!
There you go, Ancient One. Yeah,
there's Mikey's channel right there.
Yeah. So if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. We're only 20 subscribers away from the big 200. I know we're still a small channel, but 200 is pretty good. I mean, so, we're at 180 right now. So that'd be great. Thank you, Ancient One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so the Heinz thing, I could I could see it. I could see it if you put like their Heinz 57 sauce, some mustard, some ketchup. I could see that as like three things I'd mix in mine if I had a mixed one like that. Definitely. And a little bit of mayo, a little bit of mayonnaise. Not too much though, just a tiny little bit. And it would have to be the fat-free mayonnaise, just a little bit in there. That's how I put mine together. It doesn't sound so bizarre. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't sound bizarre. That sounds kind of cool, actually. I'd try it. Yeah. Let's give it a try.
Definitely.
On a steak, yeah, because it's a Heinz product. I'd rather have it on steak. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, I have been I've been playing a lot of Elder Scrolls Online recently. I've been loving that game. I don't really I haven't really played Skyrim or Morrowind or anything like that. I would like to just to get more familiar with the backstory of it, really. But in the meantime, I'm just having fun playing the online game. I mean, you can craft outfits and stuff like that. Get all kinds of mounts. Of course, you have to have currency to buy this stuff, or you can just use the crown sword, which is actually real money, which can be addicting. So be careful with that. But yeah, I you can be a sorcerer, a knight, an assassin, and a dragon knight, I think, also. I don't think I'm missing anything else, but if I am, my bad. But I
think you got that.
I choose a knight, which is a Templar, and I'm having fun with it. I got my knight in a shiny gold armor, and I got a shiny white horse with shiny gold armor too. So I'm like level 31 right now with that character. Having fun. The map is huge. For first of all, so I'm taking my time with it. I think I know a new DLC came out recently. I did get that, but I haven't really explored in that area just yet. I'm taking my sweet old time exploring the map and stuff. And I'm having fun with it at the same time. I'm in
Yeah.
one of the islands of Vinland or something like that. These names are so hard to pronounce. With the Elder Scrolls lore, the names are a little bit tricky to pronounce, I have to say. But anyway, I love the fantasy lore of Elder Scrolls, and I'd like to get into the Elder games just to familiar myself with it a bit more. But I do know I have to get back into Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy, which I plan to do. I just don't know when that's gonna happen because basically at this time I have my hands full. I really do. But by the time the weekends comes around, I just want to like take a load off really. So that's why I've been just delaying getting back into Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy because, well, they're challenging games, and I don't really have the fortitude for challenging games right now. But I do plan to get it back into it sometime soon, for sure.
Yes. Yeah, and I was going to say to you, Raquel, you might want to try Hero Wars. That's the app that's also on Facebook that you and I are friends on. Hero Wars. Mm-hmm. Now, there's two different types. There's Hero Wars on Facebook. There's also Hero Wars on YouTube. I would recommend you try the Hero Wars on Facebook. That app is still valid. It's still there. I have my own guild. It's just me. I mean, in the guild. But every one of my heroes and titans that I supervise are all at level 130. They're all maxed out. So they even just recently added Lara Croft from Tomb Raider as a hero. So I just maxed her out. So I'm like, now she's level 130 also. I did that to all of my heroes, all my titans. Yeah, it's very cool. It's called Hero Wars. It's very cool. It's available right there on Facebook.
Asian one, who's Warlord Fade?
That's me too. That was my very first.
Okay, I forgot. I'm so sorry, Mikey.
That's okay. That's okay. Yes, thank you very much, Agent One. Yes, Oops. Warlord Fade is the one I started way back in 2008, and I ran it for 6 years until I met Miss Wonderful over here, Suzanne. So, yeah, and then we combined together, which is why we call the second channel Mikey_Sus4. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for finding that too. Yeah, I'm always looking for subscribers on both channels. If possible.
Definitely. I keep forgetting you had a second channel. My bad. Whoopsie.
Yeah. No. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No worries. I'm just glad that Ancient One found it because I usually just put it into my introduction there. I just kind of put it as and one more link, and then where it says all your description about and everything. That's where I put it in. So that's where my second channel is. Yeah, and of course I'm subscribed to it. Duh, it's my first channel. But it's right now it's inactive. But we do have over 160 subs there. And I usually check it every couple of weeks and everything, just see how it's going. It mostly just has videos on there where I sang because I was still doing karaoke at the time. So there's some singing videos on there, stuff I sang for Suzanne when I first met her online, which was back in 2010. There's a lot of other little videos I did. I put together one video which I called Fade TV, and I had it go for like 3 days, 3 different videos, and then I just kind of dropped off. And then I started doing Mikey Sue's TV over on the second channel. Well, that's kind of been put aside now because in September, when I start back again after our walk away, to recharge our batteries for the summer. I'm going to be doing 2 episodes on Mondays of Red Dwarf, all 74 episodes. So I'm looking forward to it. People have said to me, I had this online poll, and I asked people, there was a choice of Red Dwarf, Star Trek, everything Star Trek, Star Wars, and then there was like, if you had another choice, what would you choose? by a huge margin. Right now, it's like 54 to 36% Red Dwarf, and nobody has seen anyone do reviews of Red Dwarf. So I'm looking forward to it. I had a college ex buddy of mine who gave me videotapes, like old VHS of every single Red Dwarf episode he ever recorded. So I watch those, and then I go online every once in a while, and they do have some Red Dwarf episodes available online, and I watch those every once in a while too. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I love Red Dwarf. It's funny as hell. It's a great BBC sci-fi comedy. You ladies know the people: Arnold Rimmer, Crichton, Dave Lister, the cat, Holly, who was a male, then became a female. Yeah, it's hilarious. Oh, and the talking toaster. That's one of my favorites.
Toaster.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the Brave Little Toaster, the animated movie. I haven't seen that in years.
Oh, God, I haven't seen the Brave Little Toaster in forever. But I remember it. Talking Blue, right? It was like a blue toaster thing, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And oh my gosh, there was something I was going to ask you girls. It was oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I remember. So Raquel and Moira and Curtis, Ancient One, also this for all of you. Right now I am conducting a poll. We're going to go. Suzanne and I are going to go and see Deadpool and Wolverine, like pretty much everybody else is, I believe. It's supposed to open, I think, up here in Canada on July 25th, a day before it opens in the United States, which I think is July 26th. It's right around that weekend, Thursday or Friday. And so my question in the poll is, and it's in the community section there if you go to our website, we're going to ask, when would you want for us to go ahead and do a review? That's going to be our next live stream open panel, but it will be subscribers only. That's how I'm going to do it. We asked in the poll, we said, do you want us to do this review on August the 1st, which would be like a week after it, or August the 8th, 2 weeks after, or August the 15th, 3 weeks after, or the other choice is any time between August the 1st and August 30th.
I would go August the 1st, personally.
August 1st? Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Blair?
Yeah. I mean, that would be
the
really
same? About August 1st, like a week after? Yeah.
Sooner the better, really.
The sooner the better, yeah. Well, and the reason why I added some other dates is because I know it is a review, but I want to make sure I don't want to spoil anything. Because if anybody at that point, even after a week it's been out, if there's still persons that haven't seen it,
if you want to give a review without spoiling anything,
yeah,
then I would do no later than August 12th, I guess.
What would you say, Moira? What was
and I would have a pirated watch party if I can get a hold of the movie early.
She might do a watch party of it if she can get the movie early, she said.
That way, some people who can't go to the theater can still see it and participate in the chat with the review and stuff.
That'd be good if you get a hold of it Moira, before it comes out. Sure. She's breaking up. I thought her mic was breaking up there, Raquel.
Well,
sorry,
she's on her.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's Stable?
Meow.
Yeah, meow. How are you? Good a bit. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, Wes is doing good. Okay, yeah. So, like I said, I told everyone, let it, make sure you make your choice in the poll. Let us know. I said up until the end of the month because I figured, let's cover the rest of July and go to the end of the month. And then by then we'll know for sure when to do it. But sure, if we get a lot more choice, right now, August 1st is the best choice, a week ahead of time after it came out. That right now is the number one choice. And we've already had 25 voters there. So, Yeah, by a large margin right now. So yeah, we may just do it the week after, but we'll find out. Like I said, I'm giving people plenty of time to make their choices, and everything. So, but when we go back, when we come back in September after September 1st, um, every week will be Red Dwarf Mondays. That's how I'm going to call it. It'll be Red Dwarf Mondays, ISIS Tuesdays, uh, Greatest American Hero Wednesdays. Thursdays, it'll still be with Jay Aldrich, my buddy there in Louisiana. We'll be doing the A-Team, so A-Team Thursdays. And then on Fridays, we're still doing Star Trek films, all of them, including Galaxy Quest, the unofficial 14th film. So it'll be Star Trek Fridays, which we'll be doing on Fridays. So everything starts after September 1st. That's when we'll have our recharged batteries. We'll be back. We'll be doing webcams for the first 3 days, and then live streams on the Thursdays and Fridays. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's what's coming up for us. So,
sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, especially Red Dwarf. Like I said, I specifically wanted to put it at the beginning of the week because what I can do is I have Saturdays and Sundays I'm planning to take off and do stuff with Suzanne. So on the weekends. So I wanted to, give myself a chance. Say either late Friday night or early Saturday morning, watch the 2 episodes I'm going to review and have them ready for Monday. And then I'm just going to do my webcam and review them. So, yeah, should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be some interesting information. I may be able to get one of those episodes if I can on Cosme. The one I really would like to get on there is Backwards. That's my favorite Red Dwarf episode of all time. It's a ballroom tidy. Go! They're all fighting backwards, and it's hilarious. The whole episode. And I've seen it both ways. One guy was so innovative. He went ahead and taped it backwards and started from the end of the episode and worked all the way back to the beginning. And you hear some actual English, people talking in English and everything, instead of all gibberish and backwards. Yeah, it's quite hilarious. Yeah, I got them both downloaded on my channel too. If you guys check them out, it should be. I think it's in my Halloween classics, something like that. I had to remove a lot of things and put things back into other playlists. So, but that's where they should be. It's backwards. Yeah, 2 versions of it. Forwards and backwards. So
sweet.
Yeah, it's funny. It is.
Yeah. So how have you been doing, Mikey? I know you're taking a bit of a break from streaming.
Yeah, taking a little break. We did do a webcam last night, but that was just to let you guys know what's happening when we come back on September 1st. And all the things that I just talked about are on that little webcam stream I did yesterday. We had over 10 people, so that was great. A lot of people were missing me and going, "Oh my gosh, you've been gone a week already, and we haven't heard from you. We don't know what's going on." Finally, they heard from me, and I had over 10 people already liked the video, and I was like, "Wow!" And I had a lot of people show up, and these are subscribers only, right? Because you have to be careful now with internet trolls and things. So I've been very careful, and knock on wood, and so. Yeah, I mean, it was just great. And I just said, well, this is all updated. The only reason I would come on between now and when we do Deadpool and Wolverine is if to update times, because I haven't got the time set for the weekly webcams I'll be doing. So when I know for sure what the times are, I will probably do one more webcam just to let people know, just to give them an update. So.
That sounds good. And well, I am still going to do watch parties.
Yeah.
So we're just taking a little bit of a break with that. So for next week, I'll be doing a July 4th stream, but it's going to be a lot earlier because I do want to see the fireworks and stuff. So I'm assuming I'm going to do I think 6 p.m. my time. Just to give me time to have something to eat and head over to see the fireworks to get over there and stuff like that. Because it'll take a little time to get over there. So yeah, it's going to be like I would say like a short stream, not too long, because I do want to see the fireworks and stuff like that. But that's what I have currently planned for this channel for next week. And then after July 4th, we'll be getting back into the watch parties.
Right.
But
now we might plan something. If we get enough response, we might plan something for July 1st. Because here, 3 days before you guys down there in the States do your July 4th, we do a July 1st, which is Canada Day here. So we have all the things go off and everything. We have fireworks too. I don't know if you can see them very well back from my window here, so I don't know if we're going to do it yet or not. We'll figure it out. But if you guys give us enough response, in our community and leave some comments or something, we could do it July 1st. Sure, we could, for fireworks at least. Yeah.
Well, sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then I would join you on your 4th because I miss July 4th fireworks. The most fun we had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a fireworks extravaganza on that day. Sure.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, the one kind of fireworks we used to have when we lived in East Phoenix. That was the last neighborhood we moved to before we moved over to Northeast Scottsdale. There we had a place called Paradise Valley Park, and right out there at Paradise Valley Park is where they were shooting out the fireworks. They got a permit to do that. So every year you had to have a permit, otherwise you burn up half the desert.
Yeah, that reminds me. I'm sorry. I kind of like a little bit giddy because Milton. I played GTA 5 online with Milton. He's been teasing me a little bit, like having a musket, and I can't get it because it's only something released monthly in July. So this coming in July, I want to get a musket. I want to kill his character in the game.
Heck yes, do it.
just for like, ha!
Fuck yeah!
While you're teasing me not having a musket in the game, take that.
Shoot a cannon at him.
They had those kind. Are you talking about the ones that a Revolutionary War musket? The ones that had the
Yeah. Well, we're also going to do something fun. We're going to they actually have like a firework launcher, and like this is like I think we did this like a month or two ago. We're shooting the firework launcher in the game in the sky in the game. Milton said it wasn't really that grand, but I thought it was grand. So we're going to do that again on my gaming live stream, probably sometime next month.
That sounds awesome.
Or even before July 4th, somewhere between or after. I don't know. We'll see.
I think I might have related this before, but the one and only Civil War battle I was able to go to a reenactment of occurs in a little town down there in Arizona called Picacho, and in the background it's called Picacho Peak, and it was a Civil War battle. It is categorized by Bruce Catton, who was one of the guys that writes. He's a Civil War historian. It is the furthest battle west of the Mississippi that was ever fought during the actual American Civil War. It was between the California Column, which was run by John C. Fremont, and by Kirby Smith, who was coming up from Texas, that ran the Confederate Army. And what happened was it was just purely by accident. You had scouts from the column were coming down, and you had scouts that were waiting for them because they immediately, this was before even Arizona became a state. It was part of New Mexico territory. And the little hamlet, the little village down there was Tucson. That was actually the capital of that little part of the territory. So what happened was Kirby Smith's boys got into Tucson and took it over. No opposition, nothing. Right. Some of them were starting to move up northwest, and they're going to head up into California, see what they can do there. But so for some reason, they ran in. They had some guys waiting around. Some of the California column accidentally ran into them. There was a small skirmish. The Confederates won. There were 3 deaths, a major and 2 privates. The major was buried out there in an unmarked grave. He wanted to be there, so they left him there. his grave is built on a site, or is where the site of the Santa Fe Railroad runs by down there now. And then the other two privates were, taken from their graves and repatriated back to California. So they're buried up there. But my parents and I, we went there. They run this between March and April every year. And the battle itself was in 1862. Around those months. And what happened was I got to meet some New York Slavs from, those dressed up guys that like a color guard from New York City or from upstate New York. And then some of the other people that came from Pennsylvania. And, the battle itself lasted less than 15 minutes. It was just a skirmish. But you hear the big, Civil War muskets in your ears. I wasn't wearing anything. So I was pretty close to like watch them go, boom and everything. And yeah, no cannon fire, it was mostly musket fire. But yeah, it was. But I mean, you're in the desert. You see these people running around shooting at each other in a desert. There's a wash there, and they're it's hilarious. But yeah, that was I could mark that off my bucket list.
Hilarious. Sorry, like when you're talking, I couldn't help myself. Like I need to get back with Milton with the musket thing.
I know, but I love those. I love those Civil War muskets. The Revolutionary War ones are very
really interesting. Cool. I mean, but you had to use gunpowder back in that.
Yeah, you have to use gunpowder, but it sounds just like a regular gun. Yeah, but when you shoot it from a rifle like that, it's of course they use blanks, right? They wouldn't use real, but I mean, it was just, at the time, just imagine you had a musket ball about yay big, about like this, that was in there, and you could shoot it, and musket balls can penetrate your skull. If you aimed it right, you would that's it. You're gone. So, or they could hit any one of your, femoral arteries, whatever they call it. If they hit you in the right place, or even like by your heart, yeah. Even then, it was because nobody had the medical technology, and if and the only way that they had back then, if you wanted to save an arm or a leg, is cut it off. They amputated. Like literally on tables with no anesthetic or anything in the major battles.
Grizzly job.
Yeah. I wouldn't have wanted to be a doctor at all during that war. No way. No.
Absolutely
no
not.
way. Yeah, it was just bad. Yeah. Luckily, the three people that died on the Union side died quickly, right? They were just shot and died instantly. But, but I mean, trying to run over barrel cactus, maybe running into a saguaro. I mean, you don't want to do that. So, and then of course there was jumping cactus. Jumping cactus is even worse because if you land in that, you have all these needles all in you. They really pierce your skin. Yeah. I see one of my parents' dogs, unfortunately, ended up running into a jumping cactus. That was no fun.
Well, I've seen dogs that unfortunately didn't know better to not get into a fight with a porcupine.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
With the squirrels all over their face.
Yeah.
It'll take I don't know, like an hour, maybe a little bit more to get all the quills out of their face at the vet.
No.
Maybe the dog don't do that again.
They won't because every time we were taking them out, you could hear my parents going, trying to bark, but it was high pitched scream. Yeah, I never want to see that again. Mm-hmm. No, it's just it's terrible. It's terrible. And you don't even, the thing is, because it is a desert, you don't even want cats to go out there. That's what happened to one of my cats. It was taken off. Princess, who was
in my neck of the woods, down in Texas, we have coyotes and chupacabras, bobcats. So I don't let my cat outside at all. She's strictly indoor only.
Domesticated.
There was a beautiful calico cat where my neighbor's yard, and I usually see this when I usually come home. I usually see in the front yard. I don't see that cat anywhere. Hopefully, it's safe inside, but I don't know. I did hear word of unfortunate story. Someone found a severed foot of a cat on the sidewalk one morning.
Wow. Hey, Moira, down there in Oklahoma, do you live around a lot of feral cats? Because at the time I was
There's
there,
not a lot around where I live.
So yeah, I don't like. It's dangerous for a cat down here outside.
yeah, too dangerous. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes, I do know where you're at, Moira. Yes, I do remember. Yes, you telling me. So, yeah, not safe. Yeah, I would never put any cats out there. No. Yeah, but it's just bad anywhere down there in the Southwest. Lots of, like you said, coyotes. There's Gila monsters. Well, now there's even killer bees. Those Africanized killer bees. I saw them. I read a report in Arizona Republic. I think I mentioned
I
that to you.
haven't seen killer bees or killer
They're around.
wasps, or you should say,
Not so bad. Mhm.
and like I haven't seen any of those, thank gosh.
Thank-
But I
yeah.
do have there are a lot of wasps down here. For sure.
Oh God, yeah. Mud
So,
wasps, right? Are they the mud wasps? The ones that
I'm
come out
not
of the
sure or they're mud wasps or
Oh,
anything
okay.
like that. I haven't really looked into it or anything like that. I unfortunately somehow a wasp got into my bathtub
Oh
one
no.
day, and I got stung by it.
Oh.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. I was like, I was just feeling this really sharp pain on my side. It's like, what's hurting? What's wrong? And then I found out it was a wasp in my bathtub, and I'm like, well, that's
How did the
great.
wasp get in your bathtub?
I don't know. Maybe maybe he was thirsty. He was trying to get drink water from the bathtub. I don't know.
Or maybe it came up through the your drain. Maybe it came up.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't know. It was just in the bathtub. He must have been. It must have been before I filled the bathtub with water. Uh,
oh, yeah.
uh, and then
Are you allergic? Are you allergic?
no,
Raquel,
I'm
to
not
this?
allergic. I'm
Oh,
not
thank
allergic.
God.
It
No.
did. It was itchy for a little bit. Um, when you get stung by a wasp, that area is going to feel a little bit itchy for a little bit. But no, I'm not allergic.
Yeah.
So
Well, unfortunately, both Suzanne and we're allergic. I'm allergic to bee stings, or anything that sting. I'll go into epileptic. Epileptic, is that the word? I can never get it right. Epileptic. I'll go into some kind of anaphylactic. That's it. Anaphylactic shock, and you need an EpiPen right away. First and foremost, to put in me right away. It doesn't matter where. Just put it in me. Otherwise I'll stay in shock and probably die. Same thing would happen to Suzanne, but we were at Toronto Zoo, and we were just, we were trying to take pictures. We're just walking through the zoo area. We're over there, and there's an area which is kind of swampy, and we were walking by it, and she didn't even know like the thing was there, and she got stung, and immediately she was starting to shiver and go into a little bit of shock. Luckily, one of the zookeepers had an EpiPen. They were near close by, so we just automatically put it inside her, and then she felt better. But yeah,
thank
we
goodness.
can't be stung by anything, otherwise we're in trouble. Yeah, especially if we don't have an EpiPen nearby. Now we do carry one just in case for emergency, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's scary.
something always to keep in handy just in case.
Always, yeah, EpiPens always.
Especially
What
when
is
you're allergic to for food, like my cousin, for example, he's allergic to peanut butter. So for example, if a donut that has peanut butter in it, he can't eat it. He'll immediately just go into shock.
Oh yeah. Or if they're nuts, right? It's a nut allergy.
Nut allergy,
It's
yeah.
a form of nut allergy.
Nuts,
So yes.
any food has green with peanut butter in it, he can't eat it.
Yes.
Because he will just literally go into shock. Like his throat will close up and just go into shock. Kind of like that kind of deal. So he has to really be careful what he eats. Unfortunately.
Yeah, my Suzanne has her own food allergies. I probably won't go into them. It is a little personal, but for me anyway, my two worst ones are, or three I should say, is either pineapple, kale, or any kind of peas. The reason pineapple is because it's acidic, And if I have pineapple or any kind of pineapple juice mixed in anything, even drinks, it'll make me break out into serious hives and rash. It's very, very
Right. The
disgusting.
only I'm not really allergic to anything really. The only thing I actually two things I'm allergic to is rubbing alcohol, and the sunscreen. Sunscreen has to have popper free, or if it doesn't, I break out in hives.
You will break out in hives. Oh wow!
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to find a good.
So it has to be popper free sunscreen, or else.
That's what I'm saying. You know,
I don't know what kind of chemical it is in normal sunscreen, but it's enough to make you break out in hives. So I have to make sure it's popper free sunscreen, so I don't get a reaction to the sunscreen.
Yeah. So what does Ancient One mean by hashtag 11-hour mark?
Oh, we just say we're at the 1 hour mark right now.
Oh, 1 hour. Oh,
yeah.
It looks like 11.
The
Sorry.
Craziness, says Ancient One. What craziness? Explain.
I think he's talking about allergies, the craziness that we have.
The allergies, yeah.
For allergies, yeah. Yeah, as far as, like I said, as far as I know, kale and peas that just kind of make me sick a little bit. There's a few other minor things, but the two major ones for me, obviously, are if I get stung by anything, I'm in trouble unless I have an EpiPen right away. And of course, with I cannot touch pineapple of any kind. Not even I can't even handle it. I can't even put it in my hands or anything like that because otherwise it's bad for me. So yeah, so I just have to be careful. We have a whole list, but believe it or not, on our fridge we have a whole. We used to. I don't know where it is now, but we do have a list of the things we're not allowed to eat, or even touch, or even go near. So yeah, we always have to be careful. Yeah, it's tough. It is. It's crazy.
I can't really imagine. For example, if I'm allergic to, I don't know, let's say strawberries.
Really? I love strawberries.
No, I was just saying for example, if I was allergic to strawberries,
mm-hmm.
That would be really tough for me not to have, because I love having jam on my toast or having peanut butter jelly sandwich or something like that. It would be really tough for me not to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't really. So people like my cousin who couldn't have peanut butter, I can't really imagine not having that because I have it mostly in my day-to-day life, really.
Well, Suzanne made a sugar-free, completely sugar-free homemade preservatives of raspberry jam. She was lucky to find all the little packets that they have the raspberries in, and she took a whole bunch of packets of raspberries, cooked them in the big fryer, cooked them in and everything to soften them and everything else, and then she made jam from it. It's awesome. I mean, peanut butter, which is salt-free peanut butter and sugarless, and then mixed with the natural raspberry jam that she made homemade. It's awesome. It's great.
I know when we go to these, my mother, she goes to those those farmer market. I think it's the farmers market place.
We used to go to that. Yeah, my mother would take his kids to go to that.
I don't quote me on this, but I think at the farmers market she was getting homemade jam over there.
Yes.
Yeah, so she loves going over there to get homemade jam and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when we were on. Okay, is it okay if I say this story?
Sure,
back in the day, in the late 70s, when it was just my mom and dad and just the three of us until my last sister came along. And then what my mom would do is she'd take us kids on a Saturday, to have some fun running around the park. It was called Cactus Park it's now called Cactus Park, but it was by another name. And we would go there, and they'd have farmers markets every couple of weeks, just right there, selling jams and jellies and everything homemade, everything natural. And because my parents were still supporting us on food stamps, we were able to go there with just a little bit of money, just a little bit of change. Hello, DJ Play Nice.
Hey, hello, DJ Play Nice. Thanks for dropping by.
Oh,
Have a good evening.
Sure. Yeah, good one. Yeah. So, I mean, that's what we would do is the farmers markets were farmers, local farmers that were able to raise, grapes and things like that. And so they would turn them into natural jams and jellies and bread and everything. And even like wheat bread, rye bread, all of that kind. And so my mom and dad would just buy, everything at a very small price. They didn't charge us much, which was great with farmers back then. And we would get a lot of good food, we'd take it home. And yeah, it helped us through a lot of tough times. Then, of course, my mom worked for a Pizza Hut. So she would bring home some pizza because she would get that for free being an employee of the company. So, yeah. So that helped us through a lot. Yeah, back then. Yeah, food stamps, that was tough. Nowadays, it's like,
Food stamps.
Yeah. Nowadays, it's much tougher. A lot of people are still living on the street. We have our own. We do. We have homeless just like anybody else. You know, we're just more scattered, here in Canada, but we do have them. My parents have a place down there in downtown Phoenix called The Zone, and that is where the homeless live, just in the zone. But they're moving them out too. So, like, I don't know what's going on. These people are struggling. They're doing the best they can, but government still doesn't care. They just, let's move this for another building or someplace, But hey, there's not much you can do. I'm thankful where I am right now with Suzanne, believe it. We're in a nice one, we're in a studio type apartment. We pay very less each month. Like the place I came from when I left the States back there in Scottsdale, I would have been having to pay, I would have had to make myself 3 times as much. And the rent was insane. Like it would have been close to $2,000. And that's 4 incomes we'd have to make in order to survive just per month to live in a place like that. It was a 1-bedroom. So, yeah, I feel blessed we're in it. It's in a smaller place, but we're, still enough room for us, and our kitty cats, our babies. So, yeah. Very blessed. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember this pizza I had one time. It didn't have any dough. It didn't have any flour or anything like that. I'm trying to remember what it was called though.
Wasn't a veggie, was it?
Oh yes, cauliflower pizza.
Cauliflower pizza.
Yes, that's what it was called. It was actually really good.
Make that before.
Most of the time when you have pizza, it actually makes you more full. But with the cauliflower pizza, it doesn't really make you that full to the point you really want a second slice. With the pizza, with the normal pizza, you don't really want that second slice.
Yeah, I've only tried it twice. And from what I recall, it had the cauliflower was diced up. It had onions. It had peppers, which were mild peppers. They were just the green ones. And then it had a little bit of herbs and spices that were added to the pizza itself. And then it was a fat-free cheese, if I remember. Yeah, because it was like a veggie-style pizza, and they don't use, the real kind of cheese. It's like a kind of a mozzarella-style fat-free cheese. And I just recalled that I used a lot of ranch dressing for it. Ranch dressing, yes. Yeah.
Sweet.
Because of the veggies that were involved. So I used white ranch dressing.
I don't know why, but my camera's kind of flipping out a little bit.
Whoa. Ooh.
Moira,
are you still? Yeah. Moira, are you still okay, sweetie? We hadn't heard
Moira,
from you.
Are you still here? Meow.
Moira. Kitty. Meow.
Did she saunter off again?
Oh boy.
She does that once in a while.
Wait, what?
Oh, there you are.
Here.
I had the phone across the room charging.
No,
you have the phone across the room charging? Okay.
Yeah. I thought I heard meow, and I'm like, I think I'm being called.
Where did she go?
Yeah, I'm about to go take a trip to Walmart.
Oh, Walmart? What for?
It's the next street over. So I used to live on the side of town, so I know where the Walmart's at.
Awesome. Yeah. No, I just I just did a big meow, and Daisy just jumped up on the bed going, "Wait, Daddy's meowing? What's going on?"
Right.
I mean, if you want to, I'm not
Like,
going to be there.
what are you going to Walmart for, Moira?
Get some lemon juice or lemonade or other, because like I'm almost out. I have to stay hydrated.
Right.
So I have like watered down lemonade, but I can't plain water's gross.
Well, you ladies
Oh,
know
I
lemon.
like where is that water bottle I like to have? Fiji water. I like the Fiji water.
Oh, the Fiji
I don't
water.
mind it, but I gotta have some kind of flavor going.
I don't like the Aquafina water anymore. That tastes like it's just like I'm like tasting copper.
It just tastes like probably just tastes like tap water.
No,
Yeah.
it has a distinct taste to it. It feels like I'm like
Right.
It
might have it.
It feels like I'm like swallowing pennies.
Ew.
Ew.
That's what it tastes
You know
like.
what? Well, there's a way you can change it.
Like no.
If you use regular apple juice, lemonade, or if you use a fruit punch, but make sure the fruit punch is
Yeah, I
not
don't
too
like
sweet.
Aquafina anymore because to me
Well,
it's
I used to come up with drink combos back in the day when I was much younger man. If I had very few things lying around in my house or in my apartment in the fridge, I would combine drinks. So that's what I would do. I would put
right.
drinks together. And
Right, or
if
you
I
could
had
do the other way, like just get, like those flavored juice packs or
we have those now. Yeah, we get juicers. But I didn't have
juicers.
them back then. Yeah, I didn't have the
Those
juicers.
those flavor little juicers like strawberry, citrus, and just like squirt the liquid into the water bottle and just like shake it and stir it to make it more flavorful. I mean that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, like
That's
I've done that like a few times.
Well, the thing is, I found out one of the first things I found out when I moved here to Canada was the fact that their water is at least over 10 times safer. Their tap water here is 10 times safer more than the tap water anywhere in the United States, which was really eye opener. And I said, "Oh, okay." So what we have is these metallic little containers that we can put our water in, and it keeps it cold, even if it's in the fridge or if it's not in the fridge for a while. It's still cold because it's a cold container. It's metallic, like I said, and then we put the water in there. When we get our juicers, then immediately we just spritz in how many drops of juice and shake it up a few times, and there you go. You got your instant drink. So yeah. We do that now. But I mean, back then, if I had anything lying around, say for example, if I had, let's say I had a strawberry soda laying around, and if I had one of those little, bottled waters or something to kind of dilute it a little bit, I would throw the bottled water in. Or if I had some leftover apple juice or even orange juice, I would put that into the water, mix it a little, and that would be my little spritzer. Yeah. I even did that with alcohol, with wine. Oh, that was fun. Yeah, diluted it way too much, of course. But
well, I like well, so let's see. I don't know why, like I didn't notice, but I guess I was that tired, so or very groggy and tired. So okay, I'm going to get something to drink. Got thought it was an empty glass, but it was like a quarter full, and I was just pouring apple juice in the glass. Didn't know there was other liquid in the glass already. And it was milk. And I'm like, oh, I mix apple juice with milk. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give this a swirl and see how it tastes.
Oh,
kind of citrusy. Like, this just tastes weird. I just dumped it into the sink after that. And like, yeah, I'm like, whoopsies. I thought that oops, we lost Moira. She'll come back. But yeah, like, I wish I noticed that sooner before I poured the apple juice in the glass.
I've done that accidentally with a glass of milk, and I looked at it and I said, I started looking for maybe a little bit of ice cream I could have added to it. even like I had a
Mhm.
thing of whipped cream. All I had to do was just add a little whipped cream to it. That would have been fine because I didn't think there was enough milk left, and I didn't have milk around. But you know,
Right.
I actually tried it one time. I ate a glass of milk. I tried vanilla extract that you would
Right.
use to make, for a shake or whatever. Uh, that wasn't too bad. I mean, tasted weird, but I mean, I've tried buttermilk. I will never try it again. It just made me gag, made me, I don't want to go too much on that, but it just, no, I won't drink buttermilk ever again. Try that for one and only time in my life. I can
Right.
cross that off the ugly bucket list and say, yeah, no,
Yep.
I won't do it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's scary. Yeah, it's
Mm.
almost, to me, it's almost like if your milk went bad. And I've seen milk curdled before, and
Yeah. Don't.
no,
Don't drink
been
that.
in there for a while.
No.
And ancient
Like
one says some of
speaking
the
of like ice cream, like I know there's some people out there that like to dip their fries in like ice cream, and then I tried that once,
oh,
and it was just bland. I didn't get it. It was just bland taste. Like there was nothing appetizing about it. Like I don't get it. But
well,
if that works for you, like go at it. Like kudos to you. But I don't get it.
oh no, that doesn't go for me. What I liked doing was instead of just ketchup, because I'm a big ketchup guy. I love ketchup and just
Oh
about
yeah,
everything.
definitely ketchup.
You name it, yeah. But one of the things I tried was mixing just a little. I've done this before, and I know Suzanne's done it. I mixed a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of mustard, and a little bit of mayo. Put it all together. It turns into Thousand Island dressing. And then I've dipped fries into Thousand Island dressing before with just a few little condiments.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. That's the best way you can make Thousand Island yourself at home. You don't have to add anything else. Just ketchup, a little bit of mayo, a little bit of mustard. Mix it all together, and it turns into Thousand Island dressing. Yeah, and then you have that on your fries instead of just ketchup or mustard. I've had mustard with fries before too. Yeah,
Yeah,
weird.
I'm not really big
And ranch
mustard.
dressing. And ranch dressing. Yeah, I'm a
I'm not
weird.
really a big mustard fan, but it's okay. It's something I just like once in a while. Really,
Yeah.
um, that's pretty much it.
And Ancient One is saying here, next thing you know, we find out Nintendo goes so crazy they decide to release Mario Kart Drunken Dash as it sells 10 million copies on the first week. Joking.
Joking,
Hello.
LOL.
Hello. Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
sounds fun. Um,
Sure.
well, I did read this a bit ago. See if I can find it again. It was something like, let's see if I can find it again.
Now, if they make the Angel One, if they make it into like a form of Grand Theft Auto, but make it a grand race, that kind of like diagram background for for this Mario Kart Drunken Dash, that would be cool. Yeah, that would be a fun game to play. Hey, he's going off the bridge! Woo! He went into the wall or something, and go by a meter, right? There'd be a meter on the side of your car of how much alcohol you imbibe, and then you're like going like this, trying to drive. Yeah, that that'd be weird, wouldn't it? Hey, Curtis, hey, he's saying how did the DJ play nice? Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, like someone was creating this concept of chasing tornadoes in a video game. Like actually being a storms chaser in a video game, chasing tornadoes.
Oh wow,
I mean,
yeah.
that is a cool concept of a video game if it really happens. I mean, hey, you got Goat Simulator, so why not? You know what I mean?
Sure, sure. Uh, have you heard the word from Tony Stark of Iron that he was coming up with a form of death race, and he was like, you know, building people or having people build their own kind of vehicles and create things, and then he was going to put him in a mock death race or something. Like the movie Death Race 2000, or it's
No, I'm not familiar with that. No.
oh, okay. Yeah,
No,
I
never
was
really.
I was just talking to Tony about it, and I said, "Oh, Tony, you remember Death Race 2000, don't you?" With David
Yeah.
Carradine, a young David Carradine, before he did his kung fu, da 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 da, all that stuff.
I know.
Yeah,
I
he says, "Oh yeah."
remember the I remember a little bit of claymation stop motion of Celebrity Deathmatch. A little
Mm-hmm.
bit.
Yeah.
Watched that a little bit, but that's pretty much it that I can remember.
Did you used to play Super Mario Kart back in the day, Moira?
I played Super Mario on the SNES. I think it's Super Mario. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, I
Super
did play it. I did
Mario.
play it one time on our Nintendo system, Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, Super Mario World. Yes, Super
Yeah,
Mario World. It was Super Mario World, Aladdin, The Lion King, and for my little brother it was Tank Engine. Um, and also a video game that my dad got for himself. Let's see if I can find it. Some kind of like an aircraft, military aircraft game on the SNES. Let's see if I can
that's
find it real
cool.
quick.
Yeah, I was listening to you, Raquel, and I apologize. Somebody who we're trying to get rid of. I won't say his name, but somebody we're trying to get rid of. Suzanne was telling me. So yeah, he ghosted us. We ghosted him. Blah blah blah. It's
Oh,
done.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
you're gonna get them. You're gonna get them. You're gonna get guys that just piss you off, or gals or whatever, and you're just like,
Well, yeah, it happens.
it's tough.
No, what
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Like it was some kind of um game. It was like some kind of Air Force game. Uh, Air Force. Trying to remember.
You're checking on that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm checking on it.
Okay. In the meantime, we have had Snortopoopas Cuber walk in the door. Hello, humans and other critters. Good to see you, Snorty.
Hey, how you doing, Snowder Poopus? How are you doing?
How you do? It's doing good. Yeah.
I'm
How are
sorry.
you?
I'm looking for something really quick.
Yeah, go for it. I'm just reading what Ancient One says here. Uh, it says, according to an AI storyteller, when I asked it of what would
Ah,
happen if Nintendo did make Mario Kart Drunken Dash, it surprisingly told me it'd be selling 10 million copies in the first week. And that was just before Snorta. Yeah, he says that alone
sorry.
will.
This one.
Yeah, that
According
one
to
right
the
there.
AI storyteller, when I asked it of what would happen if Nintendo did make Mario Kart Dripping Dash, surprisingly told me it'd be selling 10 million copies on the first week.
Huh.
Oh, that alone will certainly cause the executives back at Nintendo to be scratching their heads on why it became a surprising hit. Interesting.
And it could be those same executives who might be drunk one night and decide, well, let's try this out for real.
Right. I found
You
it. It's
never
called Turn and Burn No Fly Zone on the
Ah,
SNES.
okay.
Yeah, my dad got himself that game. My
Nice.
brother got Thomas the Tank Engine. Me and my sisters got Super Mario World, Lion King, and Aladdin on SNES. I didn't get. Unfortunately, I didn't get into the Jungle Book game of SNES,
Right.
but you can get all four games of the Lion King, the Aladdin. Um, let's see, the Jungle Book. Let me check. Lion
Well,
King,
I remember playing Super
Aladdin.
Mario World. My brother and I both played it, and I actually completed the game with all the perfect levels, finding everything, hidden levels, hidden treasures, all that stuff. It took me almost a year. But the day that I finished it, my dad shot a video, just a real quick video of me jumping, as Mario, jumping for joy that I had completed the game. I'm not sure where that VHS tape is. I think it's gone now. I think I might have sold it. But
sorry, go ahead, Mikey.
Oh no, that's what I was just going to say. Is that it's on a VHS tape somewhere. If you find it, it's me actually playing the game. You'll hear my voice. You'll hear me. You'll see me even sometimes playing it, going this. And like I said, I completed the entire game, the whole Super Mario World. The castle out front, all that stuff. Did all of that, found everything, and I just, like I said, it took me almost a year, about 8 months. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun though. I'm glad I finally finished it. When I was done, I didn't go back to video games for a while. In fact, I didn't go back, period. So, yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
Cool. So, yeah, like, you can get the Disney Classic Game Collection of the video game version of SNES on PS4.
Oh, okay.
So, the SNES version of Aladdin, The Jungle Book, The Lion King, you can get them on PS4, and it's called Disney Classic Games Collection. I played Aladdin and the Lion King, but I never got a chance to play the Jungle Book though. I didn't know if that was available. Like, this is like before the internet, okay? This is like in the 90s, okay?
Yeah, I know. It was a rough time.
Really
it was a very rough time for people when it came to video games back in the early 90s. I recall it was hard on when my little nephew Joseph wanted to play games. He was able to be raised around the Call of Duty time when the very first Call of Duty came out. Oh, they've had so many after that. But I mean, he loved to play those military style games. He loved to do that. So, when his dad would get him his own, console and everything, and then he would, that'd be his Christmas present. And then he would get to play. And then the games that he would accumulate would then be, for the same system, Call of Duty and Warcraft and other things that he was playing. He would get those games for his birthday. And his birthday is at the end of May. So he would get that. And, so that was his, for a little while, he was playing those video games at home and stuff with other friends and things. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
If I it's a little bit different with the with the three classic Disney NSE games. On the PS4, if you die, you just can either rewind or restart again. I don't remember seeing that feature on the original SNES game. If you die, you have to restart over that level again. You couldn't restart it or rewind the thing. You had to start.
That was the problem I had with some games early on. Was if you died, you had to go right back to the very beginning.
Yeah,
that was the problem with Doom.
Yeah,
because I save it.
Yeah, because I don't never have it. People were telling me on the PS4 version of the NSES game of Aladdin, if you died in that level, you just can rewind or restart and just go back on the start of that particular level. But no, I don't remember that happening in the original SNES. If you die, you start from the beginning.
Yeah,
that was it.
That was really, it. Yeah, you were screwed.
Like 3 strikes you're out, kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah, I just remember you really, like I said, when I was playing Doom with my ex back then, during the time we were playing it, I always said to this person, I said, "Look, you better hit save." Like every time we complete a level, what we wanted to do was when we first started playing it, we didn't care if we got perfect score or whatever. That didn't really matter to us, but we were starting to die. And then we realized, well, wait a second, maybe you do need to find some of these secrets in order to survive each level. And eventually that is how it was played, is that you had to find some kind of secret to live, through each level. So that's what we did. We just decided, okay, let's just play Doom straight ahead, make sure we get every level done completely, 100%. Do all of that. That took us exactly 6.5 months. But by the time we were done, we had completed the entire game from beginning to end. Saved it enough times, to make sure we would never, if we died, we just go back, to the part we stopped. That it would be the next respawn spot. So we always made sure we started right there.
Like for example, if I'm let's say I have like 2.5 hearts left of my lifespan of my video game character, I will do my very best not to get killed and get like some kind of like power up or like health bar power up to restore my 3 hearts of my game character. And I'll try that my very best to do that. Sometimes it'll be like a 2.5 hearts, or if I was like 1, it's like I really make sure I get like an extra like health bar power up, just to make sure I wouldn't go back all the way back to the beginning.
I know there were a few times that during the course of the Doom play, I would have hit the save, right, but then I realized before I hit save that my health was like way low.
Right.
So so if you die, you go back to that point where your health was way low, and you had to go find the next closest health thing.
Yeah.
There were a few times that I really struggled to find the next health thing to save my life, while we're playing it, and I'm just like, dumb.
Yeah,
just,
like with Super Mario, like if that mystery box didn't have like a health item, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah. Excuse me. Or if you didn't have any health thing nearby.
Yeah.
You'll be like, no.
Yeah, like oh no, like
it's like, oh no.
Like, oh no, what am I gonna do?
Ancient One is talking about Japanese version of Super Mario Kart.
Says, well, one thing's for certain: in the Japanese version of Super Mario Kart, the character who wins first place is seen drinking and going tipsy. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
I guess that's an exclusive version of Super Mario.
Now, can you remember what was the name? Kart? What was the name of the little dragon, Yoshi?
Yeah,
Yoshi driving Mario Kart.
Oh, that would be sweet.
He wins, and he goes over and drinks.
We didn't see
beers
Yoshi in the Super Mario Mario Brothers movie at all. The recent one. We didn't see him all that. Like, I thought that was a rather disappointment, really. Maybe you'll see him in the next movie. Who knows?
Maybe.
Hopefully.
I would like to see Yoshi.
I know it's been greenlit for a sequel, for sure. So maybe we'll see Yoshi in the sequel, hopefully. I mean, you gotta have Yoshi, Super Mario.
Gotta have Yoshi. Yeah, for sure. Well, he was my favorite. Next to Luigi. Yeah. Here's the thing. When I saw the live action Mario and Luigi, the Mario Brothers, the live one that
haven't seen the live action Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I like Luigi better. I did. I wasn't big Mario.
But that was in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yes.
In the 90s?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I forget who played Luigi, but I know that Mario was played by Bob Hoskins, who rest in peace.
I can look it up right now and look.
Yeah, look it up, because the character that played Luigi the actor that played him was very good. Yeah, and I like that. And
let's see.
Yeah, maybe you have Ancient One is saying hashtag 10 like hype, and then Snort is saying how Mikey.
Yeah, 10 like hype. Yeah. Please, guys, please don't forget to hit that like button and share the stream out. It really helps algorithm for me, and also for my friends who are on the panel and in the chat and stuff like that. I couldn't do this without you guys. It's not just me; it's you guys too.
No, it's about everybody.
On the panel and in the live chat. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So I have the actor's name. So Mario was Bob Hopkins, and the one who did Luigi was John
Leguizamo.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. That's why I like Luigi so much, because Leguizamo can play Italian, and like, hey Mario, da, 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 you know, and Luigi. So yeah, like
I
was awful.
haven't
That's what I remember now. Yes.
seen this movie
When did it come out? When did
before
that come out?
1993.
That's right. Right around 90. Oh my gosh, you know, it just did celebrate its 30th anniversary last year.
Oh
I
wow!
just thought about that. Yeah. Yeah, 2023 was its 30th anniversary. So it's 31 right now. So
Right. It's
yeah.
let's see here. Critical response was 4 out of 10 reviews. Despite flashy sets and special effects, it was too light on story and substance to be anything more than a novelty. Oof.
Huh.
Audience, other audiences give it like a B plus on a scale of A to F. So, I did see the trailer and stuff like that. I haven't seen the movie. I'm not really gonna grade it at this time based on the trailer because I haven't really seen the movie. But already I'm like a little iffy with it because
Yeah.
it looks more of a comedy of Super Mario in my opinion. But I would like to see the movie regardless.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, Raquel. Have you ever seen any of the Naked Gun films that have
I have. I've seen
because
the
we own all
film.
three in a 3 disc set.
I
We have
I
Naked
see.
Gun.
Like, what's that? Little Trouble in Big China. I saw
Oh, well,
that.
that one is Kurt Russell. That's a different one. Yeah.
Yeah, like that one freaky ass movie. I didn't see why it was funny in the first place. That's just me.
Well,
With Naked Gun, yeah, I'm not really interested in it at all.
okay. Well, the reason I mentioned it is because, well, first of all, we own all three. There's Naked Gun, then there's Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear, and then Naked Gun 33 and a third. And the movie Naked Gun 33 and a third is 30 years old anniversary this
Wow.
year. Came out in 1994. Yeah, I was trying to remember. There was a movie we've seen that we own, and yeah, that was it. Naked Gun
I,
33 and a third.
I know there's another movie Moya suggested to me like watch, and she said it was like I think it was Airplane or something like that.
Airplane's good. Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah,
mean, I
Airplane.
saw the trailer and the pilot was literally a blow up doll of a pilot. I'm like, okay, interesting.
A blimp, just yeah, blimp pilot just flying and
Yeah,
then it's rock.
like
Turn
it's
off
just
rock. Yeah, that was Airplane 2, the sequel. Yeah, that was funny. He's trying to fly the what they call the space shuttle to the moon, and that has William Shatner in it. It's hilarious. He plays Murdoch. Yeah, yeah.
Sort of
But
Clifford says
yeah,
Airplane is
Airplane is
good.
good too. Yes, that one has Leslie Nielsen in it. Airplane, the first Airplane. Yeah, the white
Ah, okay.
zone is for loading and unloading only. The red zone is for uh, unloading and loading. You know, it would go back and forth. And it was mostly based on a remake of it was a parody remake of Airplane 1975, which had Lauren Green and a few other people. It was a disaster film based on a plane, and that's why they came up with Airplane, because it was making fun of Airplanes. 1975 was a real movie. It was a real disaster movie aboard a plane. So yeah, it
Hmm.
was funny. I love both the Airplane films. Yeah, they're hilarious. Oh, even as even one of them has Robert Stack. You know, the guy that used to host Unsolved Mysteries. He was one of the first guys that hosted Unsolved Mysteries.
I don't think
So
so.
he's an airplane pilot, right? And he's walking through the airport, and he has all these religious groups like Jehovah's Witness, and you know, and Mormons and all this stuff, and he's fighting them off, and they're all offering, you know, their pamphlets, and so he's just fighting them all off, and it's hilarious. It really is. It's just, yeah, you'd have to see it. And Sonny Bono is a terrorist in the second one. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
Very
remember
funny.
this. Like, oh, I think it's what's his name? I try to remember. Oh yeah, the Caddyshack movie.
Yeah.
I thought that was an enjoyable film. The second one, not as good as the first, but still good. Regardless. I forget the
Yes, it does
actor's
for it.
name.
Yeah, good call.
I think his name was Rodney Dangerfield.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I remember, like I didn't know it was Dangerfield voicing this character, but
Yeah.
I remember the movie though.
Well, we own
Uh,
Caddyshack. We don't own the second one, but yeah,
it
the
was
first Caddyshack, right? The first Caddyshack had Rodney Dangerfield in it, trying to take over the golf course with his building construction company, and it had Ted Knight, who was he's hilarious. And then the second one, Caddyshack 2, uh, had Jackie Mason in it as the foil, as
right.
the guy who played like Dangerfield's character was had taken over the golf course, and so he was trying to run it. And of course, that little gopher, the animated gopher, was in both films. That little boy is cute. They did
Yeah.
such a good job with
So
that
I
gopher.
remember watching this film. It's called Rover Dangerfield, the dog who gets no respect.
Yeah.
I remember this film.
Huh.
Let's see if I can go back to the. Oops, Rover
Yeah, there's Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, good film.
Dangerfield.
Yeah.
There we go.
Starts as
Rover Dangerfield, 1991 family comedy.
I remember it.
Voicing Rodney Dangerfield.
Yes.
Vicious,
And do you recognize the lady? Do you
dog.
recognize the lady next to her? Tress McNeil. She's
No.
done voices for Simpsons.
Okay. Vegas show dog gets ditched in the sticks and ends up working on a farm. A Vegas show dog gets ditched in the sticks. Oh, they did it twice. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, I read that.
You probably want to fix that IMDb. But
It
yeah,
can get mixed up.
Rodney Dangerfield's mostly playing him as himself as the animated dog in that movie. I didn't know that was him until like years later.
Yeah, I do remember that it didn't even make the theaters, did it? It was one of those B movies that went immediately to video.
Like straight home to home entertainment kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was 1991. Like that was my first Rodney Dangerfield movie. But I didn't know it was him at the time until years later. But that was my first movie of the actor, and then I got into like Caddyshack. But there was another movie I really enjoyed.
Was it All Dogs Go to Heaven?
That one's good too. Yes, the Aristocats.
Milo and Otis. Milo and Otis was live action.
I didn't watch that one.
Or Homeward Bound, which
Homeward
featured the
Bound's
voice of
good.
Michael J. Fox, and Sally Field, and yeah, that was a good one.
Let's see if I can find it. Ah, yes, the Blues Brothers, 1990.
Yay!
I thought it was a good movie. I loved the music theme in the movie. It's been quite a while since I've seen that movie. I would definitely watch it again. It is so enjoyable to watch.
It's funny, yeah. We do own both too. It's fun. I mean, it's in a double DVD set. It offers the original Blues Brothers with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, and then in the second one, it has John Goodman, Dan Aykroyd, the guy that plays Cab. I can't remember that actor's name. He's a black dude. And then there's the little kid that is Buster, that plays Buster. Yeah, and that's Blues Brothers 2000. That one has Erykah Badu in there singing the song, and Blues Traveler with the John Popper guy. So yeah,
I haven't seen the Blues Brothers 2000. Is it good? Is it any good as the first movie?
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it is. Because it involves four of them, not just Dan and John, but in the second one, it involves, like I said, this kid who they think that Dan Aykroyd, who plays Elwood Blues, still, they think he might have stole this kid from a nun's a nunnery. Thank you. So yeah, and so what happens is they're chasing after Dan and the kid, and then a guy who was a bartender that he meets along the way, played by John Goodman, and so John Goodman basically kind of fills in for John Belushi's character from the original. He does a pretty good job. Belushi's still the king, but Goodman's not too bad when he does some comedies. So, yeah, it's all about the two of them and the kid. And then there's this black guy. He plays the name of Cab, who is he's the leader of the police. His dad was one of these guys, played by the late Cab Calloway, who taught them how to play music, sing, and everything down in the nunnery area. They're led by Kathleen Freeman, who plays the nun, the big nun that you saw in the first one. And she reprises the role in the second one. And so basically, the son of this, who he never knew, the guy that was down there, and he all of a sudden has a revelation like where we're on a mission from God, the first one. So this guy is leading them, and he gets his epiphany, and in a church, and again run by James Brown, and then and then he goes and does stuff. So it's hilarious. It is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like John Goodman, I haven't seen this movie in a very, very long time. It was like the 1994 movie of the Flintstones of starring John Goodman, and Rosie O'Donnell was in that movie as well.
That's right.
I forget the character's name. It's Barney Rubble's wife.
Betty? You mean Betty?
Yeah, Betty. Thank you, Betty.
Betty Rubble. Yes,
Betty Rubble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell.
Who played
Betty Rubble?
Right, but John Goodman played Fred. Right, he played Fred Flintstone. But who played Barney?
Rick Moranis did Barney Rubble.
Rick Moranis.
Yes.
That's right.
And
who played his wife?
Perkins.
Who played Wilma? Fred's wife.
Elizabeth Perkins did Wilma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Perkins? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember that.
And then there was a sequel of the Flintstones going in Viva Las Rock Vegas. And that was in 2000. So a bit of a time gap right there, but not too much.
But the second one did terrible. The first one was all right, but the second one was just bad.
I don't remember watching the second one, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just remembered the first one, not the second one, the first one. I mean, I didn't know. I thought, with the narrating story, for example, I thought there were only 2 films, not 3.
Right. Yeah, and there were 3. Yeah, I guess there were. But I was only familiar with the first 2. And Snort was asking, or was telling you stuff about Airplane, and he was quoting Rodney Dangerfield. But I was going to answer.
Yeah, I showed him on screen. Mikey says, Ancient One says, Mikey, do you use Discord by any chance?
I don't use it anymore. I'm sorry, Ancient One.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own personal reasons. I just don't want to go into it. But it's just, I don't use Discord. Yeah. Sorry.
So the Neverending Story started in 1984, and then the second one was 1990, and then the third one, which I didn't know there was a third one, to be honest, was 1994, but I heard that didn't do so great.
It went right to video, actually. I think that third one did.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
These movies, like the Flintstones and Neverending Story, just brings such nostalgia for me, because it was,
of course,
it's my childhood right here, and it's definitely something I really want to watch back, and it's like, oh, I remember this, this brings me back, And I would definitely like to watch those movies again for sure. Maybe I'll do a watch party of it. Like who knows? But yeah, like I definitely haven't seen the sequel of Flintstones, and I haven't seen the third one, and Never Ending Story. Like I know one of my friends told me like in Stranger Things, one of these two kids, male female, were sitting Never Ending Story. And it was like I watched it, and it was like they're fighting monsters, and this guy and this girl, like the girl was like demanding the god to sing Never Ending Story for him, or she
Yeah.
won't help him. So he was pretty much forced to sing the song with her. And it was just like an awkward kind of silence with him and his friends listening to this.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a cool guy that comes by our channel. His name is Booger414,
Mm-hmm.
and he has in his avatar the water buffalo, the lead water buffalo guy from the Flintstones. And I recognized it right away. I said, "Oh, the Order of the Water Buffaloes." He said, "Yeah." And he said that he and his wife at one Comic-Con went there. He went as the water buffalo head, and his wife dressed up like Bedrock wives would, just like in the toga and a thing and all that stuff. Yeah, they did that once at a Comic-Con. I was like, "Wow, that's awesome." Yeah. Yeah. You know what? For me, I love the animated series. I really did, growing up as a kid. But I agree with a lot of other people. When the Great Gazoo came into that last couple, like, I think it was like half into the end of one season and then into the full season of the next, it brought down the show. I I hate to say that, but I enjoyed them. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the Great Gazoo. I thought some of them were actually pretty innovative for the time. Animated, it was good, but overall, yeah, I have to say that it brought down the quality because here's Fred Flintstone. He's in the primitive Stone Age, and then he's talking to an alien, and only an alien that only he and Barney can see. Nobody else can see it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would kind of brought it down for me a little bit.
So Cooper says, sadly, it's time for the old bear decorative snooze sack. Have a fun stream. You too. I hope
You
you have
too,
a good rest of
Stormtroopers.
your evening. Thanks for being here. Before we end things off here, I want to
Okay.
say I forgot about this film. It's called Animal Olympics, 1990 film. It's an
Animal
animated
Olympics.
film.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I like I remember this. Oh, I need to rewatch this. This is like so long ago. They don't do that kind of animation anymore. Sadly.
It's so great animation. Yeah, Animal Olympics was awesome because they had the different characters, right? They were performing the Olympic events, and it was so fun because they put it over a series of episodes, right? And so you watch them do the pole vault and all this, and the hilarious things that were going on with the Animal Olympics. Yeah, I miss that. That
Yeah, and
is some
the
classic
lioness and
animation.
the goat are like falling in love in each other while
Oh
like they're
yeah,
running.
yes,
It's
I
really
remember that.
adorable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Definitely, like if you haven't seen it, I would definitely like the movies I just mentioned. If you haven't seen it, definitely go watch them. You will not be disappointed. And that's like I assure you, you won't be disappointed.
yeah,
Uh,
it's very hilarious. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely check it out.
definitely.
Also, if you can find uh, that animated series that used to be on Sci-Fi Channel, and I think it went, or not Sci-Fi Channel. I'm sorry, it went to Cartoon Network. It was a parody of Survivor, but it was called like Temptation Island or some kind of thing. It was animated. That's hilarious. You guys have to check that out. It just look up, if you look it up on YouTube. I think I've seen some episodes. Just look up parody of Survivor from Cartoon Network, and it will show this Adult Swim kind of thing that they did with that they made fun of Survivor and Temptation Island and all those reality shows and stuff and made fun of them. It's a lot of fun animation. So yeah, check that out too. Definitely. Yeah.
All
A lot of fun
right,
on it.
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, yeah, I am going to get out of here and probably have some ice cream because I'm craving for ice cream right now.
Sounds good.
But thank you for everyone for being here tonight. Don't forget to hit the like button and share the stream out. If you'd like what you see here, click that subscribe button. I couldn't do without do this out with you guys. Really appreciate it. For this main channel, next Thursday we'll be doing a short July 4th stream. And then this week on my gaming channel will be either, I don't know, getting back into Elder Scrolls or Fallout Guys or GTA 5 Online. Either of the three. But I promise that to you and to myself, especially, I will get back into Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy soon. It's just right now I am having my hands full with everything that's going on at this time. But we'll get back to them soon, for sure.
For sure.
So please, also I did release a short on my channel this past Tuesday. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's right here. There's the short right there.
Cool.
So
check that out.
Check it out, and definitely comment on the short video. Really appreciate it. Also, here's my gaming channel link. If you're not already subscribed to it, if you aren't, please check me out over there. I usually game on my gaming channel, usually on the weekends and stuff like that. So that's really what's up for me. Mikey, what's coming up for you?
Okay. Well, first of all, Ancient One has already posted both my Warlord Fade channel, which is inactive, but it still has some good, cool videos there, and some singing and stuff. Check it out if you'd like to give it a shot, and please make sure you hit the subscribe on the channel. That helps the algorithm for that channel. For Mikey's Who's For, we do have a planned live stream coming up. Like I said, not next month, but first part of April, or April. What am I saying? August. Let's start that again. Just after August 1st, we're going to review Deadpool and Wolverine. So there is a poll running. Go to the community section. Let us know what is the best date that you want us to do that live stream and open panel so we can discuss Deadpool and Wolverine. We want to make sure we want to review it. Thank you, Stream Elements, for displaying that. Without any spoilers. Then after that stream runs, just after September 1st, we will be doing weekly webcams, and I will have a theme, a show that I'll be reviewing for each day. So on Mondays, it's going to be called Red Dwarf Mondays. Tuesday will be The Secrets of Isis Tuesdays. Wednesday will be The Greatest American Hero Wednesdays. Thursday will be the A-Team Thursdays, and that is a live stream, subscribers only, but it's going to be with Jay Aldrich, and we're going to be reviewing at least per week one episode of the A-Team. We got 5 seasons. We've already covered 1 season, so we're done with that. So we've got 4 more seasons to go. We got a lot to cover, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Then on Fridays, which will be full open panel, we are discussing right now Star Trek films, and when we get to the weekly schedule on Friday afternoons will be the next movie we're going to be reviewing is Star Trek IV The Voyage Home. Personally, my favorite because I'm originally from San Francisco, where it was filmed at a majority of the film. So definitely something to look forward to. I hope that all of you get a chance to hit the like, subscribe, and share, and the notification bell for Miss
Moira
who's here, and for Miss Raquel, right?
And Moira, of course, Moira, and
Moira,
all 3 of us, me, Mikey, and Moira, definitely, check the notification bell. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube has a massive habit on subbing people.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, so definitely check it out. Like I said, we'll have all of that in place just after September 1st. We're just stepping away a little bit, taking some time. But yeah, look forward to it. It's all mentioned there also at the beginning of the channel. When you look at the very video that I show people either returning or introduced to the channel itself, it tells you the general schedule is right there. So it'll let you guys and gals know when the streams are being planned. And every once in a while, we might do a surprise webcam. In fact, we may do a surprise live stream if we do reach 200 subscribers. So please subscribe to all of our channels and to ours if you do. We're only 19 away now from 200. So we will do a 200 subscriber live stream if we reach that mark. So thank you. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Also, since I think Moira's busy right now and she lost connection, but please follow Moira on her channel. She might be doing, I don't know, maybe in a couple days, maybe next week. I don't know. Somewhere between there, she'd be either doing another news political bitch stream or like another watch party.
There's something about the debate that was on tonight.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, she might be doing a stream talking about the presidential debate on our channel, something like that. I don't know. Like, I'm sure she keep you guys informed with that. But yeah, like, definitely make sure you guys are still subbed to us. Make sure you still have the notification bell on, because YouTube has a nasty habit on subbing from people, unfortunately. So yeah, definitely double check on that.
And one last thing, and you might have just said it, but please make sure that you double check your subscriptions, because sometimes YouTube likes to go choop choop and take a couple here.
That's basically what I said.
Always make sure you double check your channel at least every couple days, just to make sure you know how many.
And not really a couple of days, maybe like once a month. Make sure everything's
once a month. Sure,
still in place. Yeah,
I know I'm anal. I do it every couple days.
Yeah, just once a month. Just make sure everything's still there and stuff like that.
Sure.
But anyways, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the stream. Make sure the notification bell is on. And if you're not subscribed here, click that subscribe button. It really helps the algorithm for me, and and for the rest of my panelists and people in the live chat as well. I couldn't do this without you guys. Sorry, getting tongue-tied here. We'll be back next Thursday. I'll be doing a short July 4th stream, and on my gaming channel, I'll be either playing Elder Scrolls, Fallout Guys, or GTA 5 Online, somewhere between there. But we'll get back into Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy sometime soon, eventually, when everything's like more calmed down, because right now it's just a little bit hectic right now. It's summertime right now. But with that, guys, I am going to get out of here and I'll get some ice cream. You guys have a good rest of your evening, and I'll catch you later. Later, y'all. Bye.
Later, y'all.
Meow, meow.
Hey, one last chance we get to go meow meow and dance to our sunglasses.
Meow. Sunglasses at night. Right. See ya. If this is your first time being here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RaquelSSG2211. Catch you later.